Not that little guy down there. Look a little further to the right. Probably just see it sneaking around the corner out there. Yep, there we go. That's Kahili. Now if you want to find the Jurassic Falls, it's real easy. There's a ridge down to our right that slopes off in a 45-degree angle. So as we begin banking to the left here, give it a couple more seconds, and behind that ridge line, here she comes. Welcome to Jurassic Park. Now if you happen to go back and watch the movie again later on, that helipad in the movie was built on that stone wall in front of that pond down there. They built it twice, and that's because the first one was completely destroyed by Hurricane Iniki. That hurricane, which was the last one to hit Hawaii or Kauai back in '92, you know the date of that? It was 9/11. See what I mean? Little waterfalls all over the place here. And of course, as we swing around, you'll see it sneaking back to our left. You didn't think I was going to leave you out, Jennifer, did you?
I was wondering because I couldn't see.
I got you. I got you. You got your eyes open, Brian, don't you?
Yes, sir. I'm keeping my eyes open.
All right. That's what I want to hear. So you know that Robinson family bought this land in the 1800s. Right off of King Kamehameha, 50 cents an acre. 52,000 square acres worth billions. On top of all that, they have it set up as preserve land, so guess what? Non-taxable. They're the same guys that own an island called Ni'ihau. Now that island they bought for about $10,000 in gold. They've been offered as high as $1 billion for the government, and they said, nope, thank you. I'm sure the one that hurts the most though is they had a chance to buy land on Oahu, which at the time they believed was swampland. Guess what it's called today? Waikiki. Ouch. Now he lives up here, Bruce Robinson. He's pretty humble. He chooses to drive home most times, but he could do it pretty quick. Turns out that helicopter in Jurassic Park, that's his helicopter. And you see that white dot on the cliff way off to our left out there about 10 o'clock? That's his house. There's not even a piece of property comparable to that on Kauai. Now this next valley coming up here called Olakale was a wedding gift to the Robinsons from a family called the Knutsons. They're the ones that created the tree tunnel. They own as far into the valley to the right as you're going to see here in a second, all the way out towards the shoreline to our left. Now Ni'ihau, you might be able to see it here in a second. If you look out on the horizon to our left, should be a long skinny island out there. That's the island the Robinsons own. There's not many people living out there anymore. It's all pure-blooded Hawaiians, maybe 70 people now. And you see what I mean? Nice wedding gift, huh? Good friends. This is not what you think right here. This is not Waimea. Not yet. We got to fly over the Robinsons property line first before we get to that, and I'll show you what that looks like. But that town that you'll see way off to our left out there where the river goes out, that is Waimea town. But you have to drive through the town before you get to the canyon. Hey Brian, can you still feel your fingers? Your right hand okay?
Yes, sir. It's still fine.
Now we're going to see this property line here shortly. It's just a little dirt road we'll cross over. What you won't see with me though is that the road also goes to a cabin up in the mountains that they own. Everything in the mountains to our right is part of the Alakai swamp. So that's the highest swamp in the world. That's where the koa trees are. In fact, you can find those trees real easy when you drive up into the canyon. They're the trees that have a leaf that looks like a sickle. So it's very easy to differentiate. See the third little hill up ahead of us? That's going to be the property line. There's a dirt road running along it. Ends up going up that pronounced red hill to our right, that second one. So you should be able to look down either side here in a few seconds. You're going to see that property line go right below us. This is it coming up right now. So as you look down, you should see it passing underneath you, the property line, right, yep, there. Now we're on our way to Waimea Canyon. So most of you had a chance to drive up into Waimea already? No? You guys did? The rest of you just sticking with Mai Tais and beaches for now? Alright. It's a fun drive. It's called Highway 550. It's all paved, it's very twisty, runs along the cliffs high to our left. You always want to try to go to the end of the road too, because it goes all the way to Kalalau Valley. That's halfway down the Nepali coastline.
We did, but it's all foggy. You can't see anything.
You know, and there's a trick to that. Sometimes people don't realize that the clouds just sit there at the overlook. That trail that comes off the edge a little bit, you know, that goes down that hill, Pihia, you can go down a little bit and it can clear out below. Yeah. This is the first place you really see the state tree too. See these trees around here look like broccoli, bright green color? That's called a kukui nut tree. Yep. So if you know what a buckeye looks like a miniature version of that. The reason everything is so red here is because Kauai is high in iron. Oldest of the Hawaiian Islands, 5.5 million years old. The Big Island's the youngest, 800,000 years old. Now we fly on all the Hawaiian Islands. 2 bases on the Big Island, Kona and Hilo, and of course Oahu and Maui.
Do you switch islands anytime, or do you just fly on this one all the time?
I'm a country boy. I stay on Kauai. I would fly with a cowboy hat, but I can't fit it underneath my headset. Now the easiest trail to remember up here, if you can hike the canyon, it's called Canyon Trail. It goes right up to a waterfall I'm going to show you called Waipo'o Falls. And honestly, you'll see the waterfall better from the road than you will the trail. I'll show you why that is too. So if you start looking high into the mountains to our right, you'll probably just start to see that Waipo'o Falls coming up to us. This is a 1,000-foot waterfall approaching now. The trail is actually located on the left side of that upper waterfall on the slope, right along the tree line. So if you see little dots on that cliff up there, they're people. Now what you don't see is hidden behind that upper waterfall, there's another one. The trail goes right to it, you can go swimming in that. There's no guardrail on that trail, it's about 15 feet wide, drops straight off. 1.8 miles round trip, should be able to knock that out, no problem. See the people up there? If you look closely, you can actually see there's people standing between the upper waterfalls there, right on the top of it. See, Brian, doesn't it give you the warm fuzzies now?
Yes, sir.